After arriving in town, the party followed up on a bounty that had been mentioned by the sheriff regarding a local cattle rustling gang, the Wrencleft River Boys, and their recently deceased leader, Mr. Greywater, on the outskirts of town. There they encountered 2 members of the gang and saw that they had retrieved a ledger from their former leader only a few moments before Cambria was detected. During the encounter, the party managed to dispatch the 2 and incapacitate a third named Gendel, who, after a quick charming spell, became pliant enough to question about the rest of the gang. Gendel told them about a half-orc named Butterscotch who seemed to preside over their dealings, and that there may be more to the sheriff's relationship with the gang than first thought. Before settling in for the night, Leon decided to take a walk with Roshan, with Cambria in tow, as Cress rested at the tavern. After Leon revealed himself to be a changeling in front of Roshan's eyes, they spent time investigating the amulet, but to little avail. After retiring to bed, Cambria witnessed a strange vision, and when the party awoke, they found Cress catatonic on her bed. Roshan and Leon made designs to scout out the boathouse, while Cambria waited by Cress's side for her to wake up. What would you like to do?
I think it would be not a good idea to come up from the front.
Let me
I would have to agree.
over to the boathouse. You guys can't see inside, can you?
Not all
No,
of
it
it,
looks
no.
all black.
Good. Okay. This is the area that you can see. There's a very light mist in the air. The morning dew seems to be rising from the marshes. You can hear the wind is making the boathouse kind of creak slightly, and you do hear voices in the distance. And you can see just over to your left, there does appear to be one of the grunts in very similar garb to the ones that you'd seen out in Elbow's Field.
With 2 cows, it looks like.
And we
If
could
this
see
goes
the...
well, we
go
should
ahead.
take them back.
Yes, I think that'd be a fine idea. Perhaps we can give them to the chap's name in the auction hall. Maybe they're his cattle.
I see. It looks like there's a guard right here kind of blocking the door.
There is. You, from where you are, I won't make you make a stealth check just yet, but from where you are, you can now see that there's a guard to your left and one to your right. The one on the right is kind of leaning against the open door frame. It's a bit hot and humid this morning, so it seems like they've opened the door to let the place air out.
Roshan, what do you think our best plan of attack would be?
As you mentioned, we don't want to go through the front, so perhaps around the side. We do have to worry about disturbing the cows.
Yes, a fine idea, though. Yes, I like that idea. Perhaps maybe dispatch the guard, or maybe I can take control and see if he'll convince the other guard to do something.
We should do this as painlessly as possible.
I agree. Less bloodshed, the better.
Okay, then I think we'll start to make our way over there. Wide berth up into like the brush.
Into the brushes? Okay. So
Yeah.
what I'll get you to do is if you make a stealth check for me, please, each of you. Or, well, you can make a collective stealth check, the 2 of you, or you can each make individual ones.
I got a +3 to stealth.
Mine's a little bit better.
Okay, you take the lead.
All right, then with advantage.
Yes, yeah, with
Three.
advantage.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
it. Okay.
13. Pretty good.
Let me have a look here. As you draw closer, Leon, you take charge in this. You move forward through the brush and you beckon with Roshan in tow behind. You notice there's a couple of branches and eventually you do end up stepping on one, which causes the cows to stir. But other than that, you seem to be fine.
Am I within 30 feet of him, I think?
We got to move a little closer.
Okay. Yes, I will just inch.
Ever so slightly closer, just maybe like there.
Now, I'll turn to Roshan.
Mm-hmm.
Say, here's the question. Will we try to manipulate this quote-unquote upstanding citizen, or do we want to knock him out? I could possibly distract him from the other side, get him to turn his head, and maybe you can go up and give him a good one right in the kisser.
The more we can take out at once, the better. If we can get him to convince his fellows to not pay attention to where we are.
Thing is, it's a bit of a higher risk and higher reward kind of a thing.
Ah, I see. I suppose I could knock him out.
Okay.
Then I will cast Mage Hand, and I will scoop up a little rock or a little bit of mud, and I will try and fling it the other side of the guard. It is 30 feet, so I will move up just a little more.
Make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
You're getting a little close now.
Hey.
Stealth. Normal.
Oh,
Okay.
13!
Yes, you are still fine. It's almost like the wind changes, and he looks up for a second, and then he just goes back to what he was doing. Which you can now see is he has a sort of pail of water, and he's like petting this cow.
Oh, adorable.
That's so sweet. Get up behind him and kick his fucking ass.
Yeah, you pick up sort of a clump of underbrush, and it's easy because this ground is very squishy. It kind of your mage hand comes out, scoops up a small chunk of the underbrush, and flings it through the canopy into the river. And he does. He looks up from where he is.
With 40 feet of movement, I could run in and hit him pretty easily.
Yes, you could.
So I'm gonna move like here,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm gonna pop him one.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 turns to... No, 1 turn to do this. Still have
Feet of
25 feet of
movement.
movement. You can do an action and a bonus action.
Okay, let me make sure what Flurry of Blows does. Okay, because I'm basically gonna punch him enough times to put him down.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, yeah, basically.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But yeah, let's do the unarmed strike first. The regular action. Normal roll. 15.
Hits, yeah, roll damage.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. 6 damage.
6 bludgeoning, great. Did you say you were going to use, not stunning strike, what's your other one?
Oh, I was gonna use Flurry of Blows if this doesn't knock him out.
Flurry of blows. And this
Is
doesn't
he
knock him out,
up?
but he's like, he is very much dazed.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a key point and do Flurry of Blows to hit him twice more.
Okay, make another...
Fuck yeah, dude.
19.
Okay, yeah, that
Yes.
definitely hits.
Another 4 damage.
He is hanging in there. You
Oh my God.
land you land one blow to the side of his chest, and he kind of, the wind is knocked out of him. You blow with a right hook to the other side of his head, which knocks him towards the direction of the cow, unfazed, by the way. And his eyes are rolling back, but it doesn't seem like he's all the way gone just yet.
All right, one more hit. And 18.
18, that does hit, yeah.
Another 4 damage.
He's out cold.
Fuck yeah,
Okay,
dude.
cool. So just kind of like, and then catch him so he doesn't fall like in like his head.
Sure.
It kind of like,
You catch him and carry him back into the underbrush.
And Leon is watching, like expecting an expertly done like hit or maybe like a way to like choke him out or something and bring him back. And watching Roshan just fucking lay into it, be like,
Holy fucking shit. Okay. Okay.
it usually only
Yeah.
takes 1 hit.
Well, there's a little off your game today, it looks like. Okay.
so then I look at him, kind of take in all of his features.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, just help me get his clothes off. Believe me. Fuck, I didn't hear what he sounds like. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, time for some improv, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy, he's the similar leather garb. He wears a sort of thin red scarf. He has a small grey mutton chops and a kind of greasy sweatback grey hair that kind of lands on his shoulders.
I
perfect.
have an idea.
Oh, go on.
You can say you caught me and you sound strange because I punched you in the throat.
I like the sound of that. There you go. Yeah, yes, perfect. Okay. Now I still obviously need to change because I'm wearing a toga and, well, we gotta strip him. I'm sorry, but we do.
I will kind of make a face and just gingerly kind of start undressing. Like, I'm really sorry.
I'm just fully like taking clothes off of him, like unbuttoning buttons, taking all this stuff off, and obviously, his skivvies are his skivvies.
You've seen this before. It's no fucking little surprise now.
And then I'll take the form of the guard. Okay, let's just take him over to the side.
So how does this sound? Does that sound okay? Sounds like you punched me in the throat.
Maybe a little coughing once we get closer, but sure.
Put your hands behind your back.
She'll kind of like put him behind her back, but also like kind of fake struggle.
And we'll start making our way over to the guard in front of the door.
You make your way over towards the guard, and he does pick up on you as you're walking over. At first, there's alarm. He puts his hand to his hilt, and then seems to relax a little bit once he sees that whoever this person is that you have appears to be struggling.
I found this one, and I noticed them by the bushes, and they tried to beat me. I think we have a nice prisoner now.
Oh. Gale, what the fuck is wrong with your voice?
She punched me in the fucking throat.
Oh my
Hiss for dramatic effect.
And then I overplay, like, overplay some coughing.
Make a deception check. Cool. With advantage, because this is a fucking cool idea.
Hey. You said deception?
Deception check, yes, please.
Cool.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
Love it. Yes.
Nice one, dude. Okay.
Let's fucking go.
He goes, oh, shit, man. Yeah. Do you need water or something? Are you okay?
I am a bit parched. Yeah, I could go for some water.
Okay. Just bring her inside.
Yeah, definitely. I will do that.
He kind of holds the door.
Is Butterscotch in today?
Yeah. She's in the back. We saw her this morning.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure that she didn't leave anywhere.
Oh, no. She's not left yet. Don't worry. No, the boat's still here.
Cool.
It's fine.
Appreciate you, man.
Let's get you sat down. You don't look so good. And he kind of, the door is already held open with it like a little chip, but he kind of pushes it even further for you. So, cool. Are you keeping your hands concealed, Roshan?
Yep.
Okay.
Behind me, definitely
There's not a
very
wide
much looks
berth
like I've
between you and Leon right now, so that possibly he can't see your hands.
And I'd be pushing, obviously, Roshan forward.
Yes, cool. Okay.
So above table, Scout, what the fuck are we doing here again?
We are trying to find Butterscotch for ostensibly the sheriff to figure out this whole thing with the bounty. But there's stuff going on with the River Boys and I think the deputy that there's something possibly going on with.
Okay.
So there might be something shady with that.
Okay, because I remember we were told to just kind of scout out the location, and we'd come back later was originally the plan with Cambrian Cress.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, situationally, I think you guys have seen these two outside and then taken advantage of that and maybe now bitten off more than you can chew. Yeah, he kind of holds the door open for you to enter. You guys can move your tokens in where you'd like.
Yep, right there, perfect.
Immediately, passing the threshold that you'd seen only a few nights before, you can now see the same table that you did. It's at the far end of the room. It seems like this place had previously been lived in, shut down, become derelict, and then this gang has moved in and kind of jerry-rigged the place to suit their needs. That's all you can see right now. There are two people that immediately catch your eye beyond the guard that you'd met at the door. They are two of the three that you had seen on the bounty board.
Lovely.
The one on the left
Perfect.
is a very skinny man who's a little shorter in stature. The other has a polearm and a shield that are sitting beside the door, and he's leaning back with his legs up on the table. This is the older man with the scar down his cheek, which you can now see is a large gash that runs down the length of his neck.
Okay, what are we gonna do?
Gale, What the fuck is this?
This one, I was out feeding the cows, and this one came by. I noticed them in the bushes, and they proceeded to try and wallop me. But I then subdued them.
Yeah, he needs some water. He's like been punched in the throat.
Yes, so please, I would like to ask a little bit of water. Thank you.
Yeah, you sound fucking terrible.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that.
Here, put her over there. Tie her up or something. Evan, go help him. You know, the two of them don't seem to get up from their chairs, but the guard that opened the door for you goes and gets some rope from the corner of the room.
Here, just stand by and make sure that they don't try to do anything, and I will bound them up.
And I'm just gonna fucking make more or less the shoddiest just knot.
Okay.
Like literally just kind of make it look like I'm tying something.
Make a perception check. Not perception. For persuasion. Beg your pardon.
Persuasion.
Yes, because he wants to be thorough with this.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. Okay. You
Okay.
guys.
Nice one.
Okay, let's go.
Roshan, are you doing anything at this time?
She's mostly getting the lay of the room. She's like, okay. Like, in her head, she's like, 3 combatants. 2 that look like they've been in the fight. 1 I could probably take by myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Trying to look as unfriendly as possible. Which probably ain't hard for her.
Yeah. You can see.
I don't think she realizes, but like,
as this guard gets closer, you can see he holds the rope out and he's like holding his throat away, with a hand over it just to be safe.
Once he's just out of range, she'll snap at him like,
This one is very dangerous. I will tie her up. Just make sure that they try not to do anything suspect.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
And I will start just shoddily just trying to put just anything together.
Okay.
Like a super easy one that you could like Roshan could probably undo by themselves.
yeah, I got a pretty nice dexterity. It'll be fine.
So, the older gentleman with the scar down his neck, he stands up from his chair, pulling his legs off the table, and he begins walking over to you. I don't think I've ever seen one of them before. Have you? No, I don't think I have either. It's mean looking.
Believe me, their punches are very formidable.
I can see that, yeah. And he also rubs his throat.
Oh, may I have some water, please?
And he just takes his canteen and gives it to you.
I down like 3/4 of it.
All right, that's, yeah.
Thank you. Now, if possible, I do appreciate the water, but I believe it will take some time for my throat to recover. Would it be possible to show Butterscotch our new capture?
I suppose. Judah! There's the heavy putting down of a crate in the next room, and the door swings open. And you can now see the full frame of the door is this huge half-orc, muscly, wearing the same kind of leather garb, but in a few places there's kind of metal pieces that have been strapped to it. It's that same tricorn hat that you'd seen in the picture, in the bounty pictures. It's very, very hardy looking. There's scars down her face, down her arms. She's seen her fair share of combat.
Hello, Butterscotch.
Who I'm presuming to be Butterscotch. Yeah, because it's the thing.
You're
So
right,
I'm presuming to
Gale.
Butterscotch.
Why are you being so weird?
Because I was recently punched in the throat, and it does appear as though that it may have rattled what little brains I have.
Yeah.
Struggle, glaring, struggle,
What's your name?
me.
Who else is there?
Why?
I want to know if you're one of the sheriff's lackeys. Speak up.
No.
Oh my fucking
She'll,
She steps over
she'll
to
kind
you
of scowl
and puts a very large hand. You can see she kind of has these like almost claw-like nails, and takes the end of your snout in 2 fingers and looks you over.
I
Interesting.
am so tense right now. My God.
Gale, where'd you find her?
Oh, I was out feeding the cows some water, and I noticed her in the bush.
Right.
And then before I was able to do anything about it, she ran up and clocked me in the throat.
Make a deception check.
Son of a bitch.
She's looking at you very closely.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
fucking go. Okay.
Uh,
I love being a changeling.
nice. Yeah.
I love being a bard changeling.
Oddly enough, you just scraped by. You just scraped by on that one. So, what did you come to find then? If you're looking for the stash, I can assure you that's not here.
No, I came looking for you.
Me? Do you hear that, lads? I'm flattered.
They call you a man in town. Up on the board.
They do. It would seem they don't like a girl with power behind her. So what's your story then? And she's kind of like being a little more gentle now and like rubbing the scales on the, you know, where the sort of chromaticisms on your snout are. She's like inspecting them very, very thoroughly.
I'm tired of people looking at me funny.
I can understand that. And she lets you go.
I wanted to make sure you were actually here.
In the flesh? Now, why is it that I shouldn't just bind your arms and legs together and throw you in the river?
Excuse me, but if I may,
What is it, Gale?
I quite possibly think that this particular humanoid creature might be able to help us locate a ledger or stash.
Look, the town's alright, I guess, but I don't have much love for the folks in it. And if it means that I can get by better than I have, then what do you need me to find?
Do you usually go about introducing yourself by punching people in the throat?
Not usually, but I thought he was going to hurt me.
That's fair.
And as a guard, I did have the intention of hurting them.
What do you think, boys? And she looks past the older gentleman and seems to consult the skinnier-looking one first. Did you see Greywater about town?
Greywater?
I was gonna say, would I know who that
Greywater's
is?
the dead dude. he was the corpse.
Oh, he was the corpse. Oh shit! I had it in my mind that he was the deputy. Oh shit!
Did you say that out loud?
No, I did not.
Sorry, above the table. Above the table.
Above
Sorry,
the table.
Above the table. Okay, my bad. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Back into
Greywater was super the corpse.
Okay, my bad.
Roshan will kind of make a face. I don't know what happened.
Well, he fucking died, is what happened. Butterscotch chimes in. You can now see kind of why they call her Butterscotch. Her skin is sort of a darker brown in places, and then there's also places where it kind of has patches of a sort of lighter yellow-brown color where most of her scars are.
Roshan kind of makes like a little shrug. I didn't think it would be a wise idea to say I knew he was dead without being able to explain how it happened.
It appears as though this one has no alliance to the town nor the sheriff, so I think that they may be beneficial in our cause.
Gale,
Hello.
you know as well as I do, we can't just bring people into the fold. But you should know that especially well, given all the shit you've pulled us through.
Is there something I can do to prove?
I don't know.
That I can do work?
Is there a reason that I should trust you at all?
All right, look. I'm trying to be above such things, but I'm sick of... Never mind. It's not... You don't care.
She has a very large sword that she carries at her hilt. She pulls it out, and you think for a second she's going to strike you with it, and then she sits back and kind of leans on it. Go on.
I did nothing to that woman. And she looks at me like I'm going to poison her entire stupid little tavern.
They have a habit of doing that.
And it's the same no matter where I go. Someone always tries to... She'll make that, like, reverberating, like, crocodile growl noise.
Oh, God.
I'm sick of it. I'm tired of all of it.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. You've hit the sweet spot there.
Let's
21!
Let's fucking go! Hell yeah.
It's a very particular kind of pain. Having people make assumptions about you based on the way you look. I like your style. Go on then, Gale. Take your bindings off.
And I fucking, like, kind of make it look like I'm undoing it, but I literally just, like, take a finger and just, like, pull at it, and it comes undone.
Roshan will appropriately rub at her wrists.
There are people like you and I in this town that have come through, and we never hear of them again. The sheriff, he's a piece of work. I don't know if you've had the pleasure of bumping into him just yet, but I'm sure you will.
I suspected. But I wanted to come talk to you.
I'm sure he has his reasons. He made certain promises to us that he broke. Promises that would allow myself and my brothers here to live a peaceful life. I'm sure as somebody on the road you can understand how hard that is to come by. In any case, he seems after us now, so we're taking matters into our own hands. Come, take a seat. She gives a nod to the one that had let you in, Evan, who just exits out the door and goes back to where he was standing. And she kind of beckons for you to sit and nods towards you, Leon. It's like a head nod. Go back outside.
It takes a second, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, totally. And I head on outside.
Cool. Roshan will kind of, like, move in. Clearly cautiously. I know that I'm, like, on possibly thin ice in here, so I'm going to just be careful.
You blew into town a few days ago, didn't you?
Yes.
You came here with that old man. Where's he?
He's sleeping it off at the tavern.
I have a feeling I like him too.
Should I bring him next time I come?
I'd prefer if you didn't tell him about this. We don't take new people into the fold very easily. You, I'll make an exception for. She goes over to the stove, and there's a kind of pot there, and she scoops out a little ladle of, like a broth, out into a bowl and sets it down at a place at the table.
Roshan will sit and kind of be like, I don't mean to be impertinent, but I should leave soon. I don't want them to come looking for me.
Why? What happens if they come looking for you?
Well, if you don't take new members, then what happens to them?
You're smart. Tricky. I like that. We could use you, actually. Do you know anything about the town?
Only that they're looking for a bunch of cattle rustlers, and
Cattle rustlers.
the old lady didn't seem to care that somebody died on her property.
The term cattle rustlers suggests that we actually sell them. Do you know that we don't?
Food?
Not at all. We haven't sold any of them. Drove them off into Thygam Forest. Can I tell you a secret? The sheriff is as rotten as an apple. He paid us to take the cattle. He wants all the farmers destitute. He wants the land for some reason. You remember how I said we wanted a place of our own?
I promised you some of the land.
That he did. For some fucking reason, he's gone back on it at the last second. And I know he fucking killed Greywater. I know he did. He was like a father to us.
I'm sorry.
But if I can fucking find out why he did it, I swear I'll repay it in kind. And there's a look in her eyes that you...
Oh, yeah.
She means business. Anyway, you best be going if you think that they'd worry about you and send...
Just someone looking.
Are there any windows, Fraser,
Yes,
into
there are.
this?
Yeah.
I'd like to kind of see if I can get Roshan in my eyesight and see if I can get in her eyesight.
I mean,
and just try and signal if we're good or not, if I need to like kind of dispatch this guy or anything. Because Leon in my head, in his head, is still like, oh shit, and I have some ideas, but I'm trying to get Roshan's like, are we good? Are we not good? What's going on here?
Mm-hmm. Do you think you would have gone to the cattle, or would you go like scouting around the building for windows, or what?
I'd have stood by the door for like, I don't know, like maybe a minute, and then I would have been like, I'm gonna go do a perimeter around the base just to make sure that there are no other freaks or hooligans around.
Yeah, whatever you say, Gale.
Because
Seriously.
believe me, they punch hard, and that shit hurt, dog.
Yeah. Don't go too far into the forest, just in case you fucking keel over or something. I think I see a lump forming on your head. He's like trying to reach out and touch it.
And then I'll just slightly see if I can just like, kind of like a little lump.
Dude, we gotta get you to a cleric or something.
That can wait. I think just sleeping it off might
awful.
be the best thing for me. I know, dude, it sucks. But I would like to take a perimeter around the area just to make sure.
Okay. Shout if you need anything, okay?
You got it, friend. Finger guns, and then I make my merry way. Anywhere there's like a window. And I'm not like trying to make it obvious like I'm just kind of side-eyeing, and then if I see Roshan in a window, I'll kind of like signal like, are we good, are we not good?
And you can see the four of them are sitting at the table. You can see that kind of Butterscotch is leaning over Roshan, and doesn't seem to be in immediate danger. Although Butterscotch
Can I
does.
see if I spot him in the window?
Yeah. You watch the guard that Leon had assumed the form of wander past the window, and then double back to like look in at you.
And I will full on like making sure no one's kind of looking at me, like subtly kind of thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs to the side.
But Butterscotch catches your eye and does kind of look out the window
And I will
sees
do my best to like look out over the pond, like, yeah, there's something over here. Like,
what is
Interesting.
He's always been a bit of a strange one. I don't know a blow to the head will have done him any good, but yeah, we'll get him a cleric.
I'm sorry about that.
I will.
Eric, would you mind seeing to Evan when you're ready? And the skinny guy gets up and starts walking outside.
Do I track that?
I mean, do you? Are you looking out the river, or are you looking into the building?
Fuck. I think I'll swing around, but like face towards the window and like just try and clock and see if I can get anything from Roshan.
Roshan will kind of lean on her hand, but put her thumb up.
And I will start making my way. Look over and be like, sorry. We're all good around the perimeter. Yeah,
Gods, man, that is not looking too healthy. And this skinny gentleman puts out a hand towards you, and you can see an aura radiating off of it.
Oh fuck. Okay. I will. Fuck. I will let it touch me.
You're freezing, man. This is might be a concussion. And he puts his hand on your face and opens your eyelid to look at your eyes.
I saw the eyes were rolled back, but does that mean I saw the color of them? Because I can do like every little thing about them.
Do you think he would have seen the color?
Can I do a perception check?
Let's make a perception check to see if you caught what color his eyes were.
Well, that's middle of the road.
You make a choice: blue, green, or brown.
I'm gonna say just brown.
He doesn't seem phased.
Okay. Then yeah, I would have then moved the bump back down a little bit. Oh yeah, then I will put it down all the way.
Yeah. You take 7 points of healing as this man who Roshan knows to be Eric kind of places his hand on the bump, and he seems satisfied with it disappearing.
Oh, thank you, sir. I do appreciate that.
Your voice hasn't gone back to normal. That's concerning. Okay, well, just take it easy, Gale. Just go and sit down or something.
Yeah, you got it. Do you mind if I sit over by my cattle?
Yeah, just go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Roshan,
I will just
you
scuttle over to my cattle.
You have this. This is all in the meanwhile when you're having this discussion with Butterscotch, and she then turns back to you and goes, "So, you think that they'll come looking for you then?"
I think they'll try and see if I'm all right first, but
What will you tell them?
that I didn't see anything.
Good girl.
She'll nod and kind of make her way to go get out.
Would you make a perception check for me?
Perception, please.
Please. This has been a fucking shit show, this whole thing.
Please. 18. Oh, thank God.
There we go. That's pretty
My worst
good.
stat.
As you stand up, you can see that she slides a foot under the table, and there's a scraping sound, as if a box or a container were being shifted around.
Ooh. Interesting. Not interesting enough for me to stick around though. Pew! I'm out the door.
Okay. I will. I'll be petting my cows and kind of watching the door, and if the guard kind of looks at me, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm petting the cow, dude.
He looks over a couple of times, but I mean, he would see Gale doing this all the time. Whatever he says, don't trust him. Word of advice, just if you end up meeting him.
All right. Thank you again. My name is Roshan.
Nice to meet you, Roshan. And she extends a hand.
And Roshan will shake her hand.
It fully encapsulates yours. Take care now.
Go zip zaps off and down the road.
Zip zap zopping.
Just, oh, we gotta go.
And I will, as you're leaving, you know, I'll be looking at everyone else, and I'll kind of like gesture, like as I'm watching you kind of like off and petting the cow, I'll kind of gesture you back into the woods.
Yeah,
like,
Leon, as you're sitting there with the cows, you can hear something is being moved in the adjacent room that you hadn't seen in. And after maybe about 15 minutes, you see two more guards pull a boat out from the moor, almost as if they're about to cast off.
I'll just watch. I'll just watch.
By that point, Roshan does come past.
If she gets my attention, she gets my attention, but I'll still just kind of watch what they're doing. And
Sure.
I know that everyone's kind of outside still, so if I would have known that, like, oh, fuck, I almost blew my fucking cover. So I'm like, haha, just feed my cows and just keep watching. Not making it obvious like I'm standing there and looking at them, but like, you know, give water, give it scritches.
This is very on brand for Gale, apparently, because nobody pays you any mind.
Leon is absolutely kind of loving this too, because he's.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
he has not really met cows before.
Yeah, and I'm
guess.
kind of fucking into it. They're just like, ooh.
In the time that it takes for Roshan to leave, there are two that kind of pull the boat around. Then the one you now know to be Eric and Butterscotch also sort of clamber into the boat. And you make a perception check for me, Leon.
Yeah.
Okay.
My God.
She loads something into the boat. You can't tell what it is, but there's something there.
Okay.
That's
Then
all.
I'll just keep scritching my little cows until they make way and they get the heck out of here.
Roshan, are you doing anything in this time?
I'm making sure homeboy stays unconscious.
He
Every
lulls
now
to
and again,
life
just-
a little bit, like, what's going on?
You know what to do.
Oh God, can I just pop him one as delicately as I can, just like precision strike?
Yeah, you just fucking thump against the tree and he's out again.
This motherfucker's gonna have brain damage for sure.
Yeah.
She'll move to the edge of the brush and kind of.
And they've left, right? They've gone off. So.
In the time that it takes Roshan to get over to you, you can see them load something into the boat, right, and they coast a little whiles out, and then you can see as it gets into the center of the river, it begins to pick up speed and go south.
They obviously left, and I'll kind of see if the other guard is out there. I think his name.
Oh goodness
I'll see.
gracious!
And then I will go over to Roshan. I'll pet the cow. Be like, oh, good cow. And then I'll run over to Roshan. I'll be like, okay, what did we gather?
Sheriff's crooked. We need to.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this has been kind of a shit show, and more than I think we should have done. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad
Yes.
I'm okay.
Yes. Also that.
Wait, yeah, I would have.
She has people in town. She already knew who I was, kind of, and knew that I was traveling with an old man.
Shit.
I will
Okay.
remind you, you visited the boathouse once before. And there were.
Oh,
there were
right.
figures inside.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Okay. So, change that to a might. But considering we were here before, but it was dark, so,
Well, to be fair, we did also make ourselves pretty known. Like, we did kind of go up and say, like, hey, what's up, dog? And they kind of, like, told us to fuck off, really.
True.
What?
But
Go ahead.
the sheriff is crooked, and he went back on a deal with them.
Okay. Are they also not cricket? Or, well, like, I feel like we're both on two sides of a shitty coin here, dude.
He promised them land for them to have somewhere to live.
Noted. Why did the sheriff back out?
Don't know. She wants to
Cool.
find that out, and
Is the guard rousing again or no?
No, he's out cold.
Okay, cool. I'd like to continuously check in on that.
you should probably change, and we should get out of here.
Well, to be fair, I did just see Butterscotch, and oh, by the way, the dude, the one that, because he was the one with the big old scar on his neck, right?
No, that was the skinny guy.
Oh, the skinny guy healed me.
Yeah, the one with
Okay.
the scar on his neck is still in the boathouse, as far as you're aware.
Okay, the skinny one is a healer. They have a healer.
Oh,
Yeah, so this might be a bit of an issue, but I did just see Butterscotch and the healer, and with a couple other guards, just dip into the river, and it looked like they're going somewhere on a boat. So I think we have a little bit of time. Do you know if anyone is still in the house?
yes.
Shit.
There's another guard, and there's a man with a scar on his throat.
Okay. Would it be a good idea if we took them on?
I don't think so.
Okay. So then what are we going to do about Mr. Man here?
Dress him back and put him back in front of the cows. As they know it, they know I
They're just gonna fucking find him.
temporary amnesia from a head wound that he was ignoring.
God.
It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
that's fair.
Okay. No, that's fair. Well, we need to think of a game plan. We need to have it be thorough because I feel like we kind of went into this without a plan, and we got a little more than we could chew a little bit.
We can't do that again.
I was stressed out. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad I'm okay. This poor guy, and then I'm gonna look down at him. Is he rousing again?
No.
I feel like they kind of like in a lull conversation. They both look at it.
You look at his fucking eyes, like under his eyelids, and one of his pupils is larger than the other.
Oh God. Okay.
We should leave.
Good idea, dude. Okay. Let me drop down to my skivvies real quick. Turn around.
Roshan will turn around.
Yes, thank you. And I'll find a little bit of like thicker underbrush, and I'll take my toga out. Be Reginald.
Yes. Okay, but I think there's a good idea here. We could put the clothes back on him, but I kind of want to keep these in case I need to come back. But then that goes into the question of what are we doing with this guy? If we're putting him back, then we have to clothe him. We can't really bring him with us. We'd have to consistently knock him out, and oh, good Lord, I don't know how many of those he could take left.
Then I say we take him back to clean up the loose end.
Kill him?
No! Just take him back to the sheriff so he's caught and don't have to worry about him coming back.
Okay, fine. Okay.
The sheriff might kill him. Oh.
You're telling me.
Roshan will pick him up and head back
I'll
down.
I'll help. I feel like we could fireman carry this.
Okay.
And I'll keep. I won't clothe him. I'll keep his clothes.
He's got long johns.
Unless. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
He's not just
No. Yeah. We'll
bare-ass
keep him in his
naked.
skivvies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You begin walking on the road back to town. It's midday now. Are you going straight to the sheriff's office?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. There's a kind of empty air about the town, and as you walk in towards where the mouth of the road meets the center of town, there's a creaking sound that you can hear.
Where is it coming from?
Yeah.
Sort of off to the left-hand side of the sheriff's office.
Oh no.
You keep walking along, and you look over to the left, and you see Garrett is dead and hanging by the neck.
Garrett?
Was the one
person
we charmed,
got?
yeah.
I was gonna say that was the one we got. Okay. I'll see it and I'll.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Roshan looks unwell.
Yeah. Same. I'm not. Leon is not happy about this either.
Do we take him over to the sheriff's then, or do we dump him somewhere?
Dump him somewhere.
Okay, let's fucking go.
And then we sheriff's off at like hard left.
Hard left, we find somewhere like in one of the fields and just like leave him there. Just like, no way.
Poor
Is he
boy.
rousing again?
No.
Okay.
No, he's been out for a while.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
He's still breathing, but he's been out for a while.
Good. Okay, yeah, we'll leave him in one of the fields and just...
I think we need...
Go ahead.
Remembering back to the tavern, the sheriff said it didn't make a difference to him whether they were brought in dead or alive, because they would hang either way.
Let's go back to the rooms and talk about this.
Yes.
We need to figure out a game plan.
We make sure that the dude is kind of covered up, so it's not just like a body in a field, like he's covered up decently.
Fucking guy in his long johns in the field.
Don't bury him in like the dirt, but like make sure that like no one would see him at first glance.
Yes, yeah. There's some brush that you can cover
Cover
him
him
with
with grass
and things
and
like
stuff.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go in, the patronage is quiet. It's not too busy. You can see Marion behind the desk. She's not doing all that much, but she seems to be looking around for something. You go upstairs?
Yes.
Yes. So we're
We
gonna
should
check
check
in.
in.
Yeah, we'll knock in and then we'll open the door.
You knock on the door, and there's no immediate response.
I look at Roshan and then I open the door.
It's locked.
Oh,
What, why is it locked? Do you have a key?
I have the key for... Yep, she goes to...
It kind of takes you a second. You try and unlock it, and it doesn't appear as though you unlock it. In fact, you actually turn the key in the lock, and it locks itself. You then unlock it, and you push the door again, and it gives just a tiny bit.
Roshan will push on the door a little harder.
There's a kind of snapping sound, and one of the hinges comes off, and it bounces into the wall behind.
I peek my head. What am I seeing? Is there anything there? What's blocking it?
You open the door, and the scene in front of you is wholly alien. All the furniture in the room has been shattered. There are these kind of scorched out paper-like masses across the ceiling, on the walls, on the floor. The bed is cracked in various different places. It's almost like an explosion has rocked the center of the room. Well, make a perception check for me, or an investigation check, please.
Okay.
All right. The investigation.
You can make separate ones or one together. It's up to you.
Let's do separate. Let's have fun.
Sure.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
The room is blistered. There's blackened scorch marks that radiate out from a center point that appears to be kind of a little bit off the bed. There's fragments of chair, dresser. You can see with a 17, Roshan, you begin scanning the walls, and it's almost like a peppering across the wall of these small fragments of something, and you pull a large one out. On one side it's completely blackened, and on the other is a kind of blue hue, almost like bone. And you identify this to be a portion of Cambria's horns.
No!
Holy shit.
Like, Roshan will, like, drop it and kind of... I imagine her scales kind of move a little bit, so there's, like, that little sound of, like, her shuddering.
Leon, you look around the room and you can see there are burned out vines everywhere. With an 18, you can see it. It seems like it was almost trying to protect something, and then they just crack off. And you can break them with your fingers. They're paper-like, and something catches your eye, and you roll it out from the space underneath the bed, and it is a small pool ball-like orb, and you'd seen it once before when you first met Cress.
Do I see either of them in this room? A body? Do I see
Nope.
anything like that?
Nope.
No.
Nothing. The only remains that you see are a portion of Cambria's cracked horns.
And you see, Roshan, you see the old man form, but you hear, what the fuck happened here? What happened here? Then I'll,
This orb, wasn't this Cress's?
Oh, no.
You
When I
also
met you
find a
guys-
couple of petals, elongated in places, and at first you think that they are just another piece of debris, but then you get a closer look at them and they do appear to be the petals, but they've turned to black obsidian.
okay.
Oh, no.
One of those fucking things got in here. You remember when we were coming back? We had just met. This orb, do you know what this is?
Can I make an Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
Could I also make an intelligence,
Yes.
arcana, whatever appropriate check?
Yes.
13.
I hope this is a nat 20.
Fucking.
You can tell it's definitely magical. The both of you kind of pore over it for a minute or so, and you can feel there's a sort of thrumming, a low hum, and it vibrates in your fingers. Occasionally there's a kind of pulse from it.
There any runes or anything on it, or is it just like what did you say, like a blue orb?
So it's a black orb. There's a couple of sort of lines that encircle it in places, and there's a small concave indent on one side.
And how big is this orb in my hand? Is it a big orb? Is it a smaller orb?
Have you played pool?
Like a palm-sized orb?
Pool? Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
billiards,
it's
like that.
yeah, like a billiards ball.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh.
okay. Oh, okay. And the indent, would you say what?
About the size of a button.
Oh, so that's
Okay.
tiny. Okay, that's tiny. I'll put my thumb into the little hole.
Nothing happens.
What the fuck happened here?
What the fuck, indeed?
Someone should have heard this, don't you think?
No one downstairs is acting like anything happened.
I'm gonna go talk to the barkeep, see if there were any shady characters.
Better you than me.
I go into my room now.
Mm.
Is it unlocked or is it locked?
It's unlocked.
Okay. I don't remember who had the key, if it was Bree or I.
I think it was you.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll slowly open it.
Mhm.
And I'll just kind of like peer my way in.
There doesn't seem to be anything really in there.
Okay. I'll go over to the chest where I had some of my stuff, not all of my stuff, because I took some of it to go with us to the boathouse. I'll
Do you open it?
open it up.
There is a ceramic pot, a hummingbird pin. There is a small urn that has a few holes on the side, and like a small, like a pouch, almost. And inside of it, there are a few pieces of porcelain.
I'll shut the.
I'll come back to that. Stay here, see if you can glean anything from this. I have a feeling this was planned or something. I don't think this just happened.
And I'll.
Another investigation, maybe?
Yeah, if you want to.
Trying to put it together. Okay.
And meanwhile, I'll hobble
Only 11.
downstairs.
Like trying to see if there's any sort of like traceable origin kind of thing.
There is a point in the room it seems like it's emanated out from. It's kind of on the side of where the bed would have been. That's about it. What you do spend your time doing is looking at the ball, and you keep your eyes on it for a second, and you find yourself getting almost lost in it. That's it. That's all.
Meanwhile, I'll hobble downstairs
Mhm.
and see the barkeep.
Howdy.
Has anyone been upstairs? Have you heard anything? Any explosions or anything like that?
Explosions? No. Why? What did you do to my room?
I didn't do shit to your room, all right? Fuck. Okay, thank you.
And I'll hobble back upstairs.
It's like, hey, what do you mean explosions?
Don't think about it. Son of a bitch.
If you break it, you pay for it.
Yeah, I'm already paying for it.
Get to her, Roshan.
Did we figure out anything? She must have taken some bong rips. She said she didn't hear anything.
Sorry. Roshan will kind of move around the room for a second and then kind of started here.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Let's come back to this.
Reginald,
Yes?
look at me for a second. You
Okay.
need to breathe. You were starting to panic.
Thank you. I'd wager to say with good reason.
Panicking doesn't help.
You're right. Thank you, Roshan. Is there anything of Cress's in here that didn't get exploded?
Oh shit! I left my bag in the room.
Oh, shit.
fuck.
Yeah, you find a whole bunch of your belongings just strewn around the room.
Rather urgently. Gonna make sure. Can I find my letter?
The letter is still intact, yeah.
Okay, cool.
What about the locket? Where's the locket?
Look around for the locket.
Yeah, I'll help.
The amulet, it's still in the bag.
Okay. Was it like the bag just got thrown or something?
Yeah, the chest that you're given in there is like a small metal lockbox, and so that had been thrown around the room. A lot of the stuff that was in there was jumbled around, but it was all still in there.
Okay.
Do you look at the amulet?
Definitely take a look at it. If everything's been thrown all to hell.
Make a perception check for me. Probably with disadvantage, actually.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, no, it doesn't
Suck.
appear to have changed at all.
Can I try and peer over her shoulder to look at it?
You'll have to
I'll
do
freely
it
give it to you.
with
You're cool.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, I'd like to look at it up close.
with disadvantage as well, please.
Son of a bitch.
Perception?
Mhm.
Come on, big money, no whammies. Oh, fucking sucking. Oh my god.
No, you know, that does with a 2. There doesn't seem.
The
to be
luck had
anything.
to wear off some point.
You're getting good rolls
yeah,
in
I
that boathouse, guys. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's yeah. There's no discernible features bar what you'd seen the other night.
I think we've done all we can do right now. Let's close this, make sure no one can open it, and then let's go into Breeze in mine room.
All right. I feel like Roshan's like internally counting how much gold this is gonna cost.
So then we'll go into mine, we'll shut the door.
Okay. Cambria's stuff is still in here. I think it might be prudent to see what he had.
I'll take the chest out and I'll kind of shake it out over his bed.
Sure. There is a pouch with 22 gold in it. Some sort of almost like a portrait that's just been cut out, or like a slice out of a painting. A sort of light green urn with a few holes in it. There is a potion of minor healing, a ceramic pot, and it's the one that he got from Yorick, and a hummingbird pin.
I grab the urn from Yorick.
Okay. The one from Yorick it's a sort of water-weathered clay pot.
Okay, the pot. I'll take it and I'll shake it out over the bed. Thinking if the doll was in there.
As you open it, a plume of steam escapes from the jar, and out of it pours 5, 10, 20 silver bells.
Bells?
Oh.
Yeah, small jingling bells.
The fuck? Where's the
What?
doll? Roshan, I need to tell you something. I was flipped the fuck out last night and I didn't know what to do.
What happened?
Well, I was laying in bed, my back towards Bria.
And Fraser, feel free to like adjust parts of the story if I'm not remembering it correctly.
I think
But I
you're good.
remember him kind of rustling around like he was having a bad dream. Almost, I don't know if it was similar to Crash, but along those lines. And I heard these weird little noises. And I don't know, it didn't sound like it was coming from him. But where's his doll?
This is going to take more time than we have.
This is gonna take a lot more time than we have.
How many problems do we have on hand?
How many problems? 99, but it appears like a little blue bitch ain't one of them now. Jeez Louise. And that's the thing, I was starting to like the guy, but now I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're alive. I don't think he's alive. I don't think she's alive.
I'm not sure anyone could survive. She'll kind of incline her head towards the other room.
But we didn't find a body.
There's all kinds of magic in the world. We can at least hope that it was something like that and they're still alive somewhere.
There are windows.
Oh yeah, you had the one with the window.
Yes.
Yes, let's go see the window. Maybe they fell out of the window or something.
Do you go into the room and check?
Yep.
Yeah, the window is sealed shut with whatever residue is around it.
Ooh.
It's paper-like. It's almost like a wasp's nest, but
Paper like, oh, okay. I was about to ask, like,
Yeah.
what do you mean by paper?
you know,
Is
it's
it
like
sticky?
it's the same texture
Like
as
kind of thin
as,
texture.
as wasp paper, basically. Yeah.
Come help me with this.
And I'll try and open the window.
It takes a budge, but it cracks open, and yeah, light floods into the room.
Open it and look outside and see if there's any indication of, like, them falling out, footsteps, anything like that.
Make a perception check. Or an investigation check, actually.
Oh, let's fucking go, dude.
There is no sign that anything happened outside of the frame of the window. You can see there's a few scratches on the window from presumably debris.
Shit. I think now we've done all we can do.
She'll kind of like look around the room again and huff and just...
Shit. Okay. Help me with this window. Let's shut it. I don't want people seeing in somehow and seeing that this room is a total fucking shit show.
You
she'll
close the
pull
window.
it closed.
Okay. Well, let's go into the other room then. And figure out what the fuck to do next.
I'll put all of Cambria's stuff back in the chest and lock it.
Mhm.
And I'll take all of my stuff out.
The sheriff is incredibly crooked. I know I mentioned the deal he made with the River Boys for land, but the way he plans on getting the land is by extorting the farmers and pushing them into poverty.
Okay. Excuse me for a minute.
And I'm just going to change back to Leon.
No fucking use putting up a farce.
You're going to think me foolish.
Go on.
I think we need to handle the sheriff and not the River Boys.
Well, to be fair, what have the River Boys done?
Aside from freeing cattle,
All right.
I'm sure that they've probably done some else. You don't exactly get onto a bounty board by doing nothing, but
Well, if the sheriff's out to get you,
the man we found dead, she said he was like a father to them.
you think the sheriff had anything to do with that?
Maybe not directly.
I'm a bit worried. There's a lot of strange going ons here in this town.
And there's
Crooked
still the matter
sheriff.
of Harvey's dog.
I wonder what the dog was the other night. You saw that, right?
I didn't.
Shite. You didn't? You didn't see that big old dog?
From
You were the only one who passed the shack.
Oh, that's right. Son of a bitch. You need to get your fucking eyes checked. How'd you not see it?
I should have never left the monastery.
I should have never left. So then what do we do about the sheriff? It appears he runs the town. Didn't he say he had nothing to do with it?
Did he say he had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, that's a good
Fraser?
question,
He didn't.
Fraser. Did he?
It was
Well, someone.
it was Ren.
Yes, the
Dummy thick
stacked
guy.
red.
Oh, shit. Yeah, with the dummy thickness.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Maybe the
Anyway,
sheriff had something to do with it. Maybe we could
Maybe.
ask. I feel like there's a fine line we need to toe now. Because it seems... What happened in there? Well, it seemed like they were just talking to you.
she we talked a bit. She let me know what. Well, I suppose what the score is, what the sheriff was. There are people who look like us disappear in this town. When we were talking, she said that people that look like you and me,
Right.
that they come through town and they never come back.
Non-human folk. All right.
What if that has something to do with what happened to Bree and Cress?
I think you might not be too far off, but remember there was that monster, the fire thing.
Up the road, yeah.
That has to do with this somehow. There has to be something here.
Can I interject?
Yeah, 100%.
Ooh, I just want to ask, did either of you end up checking the body of the creature? I don't
That
think
was
you
Bree.
Yes,
did.
because
That
that
was
was
Cambria,
that was
wasn't it?
Bree.
Yeah.
That was Bree.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I saw that Roshan had the locket or the
Okay.
amulet, and I just beelined over to her.
That's about all I can tell you guys. Sorry.
Whoopsie doodle.
Just general seeing though around, because there was more than one body that was exploded over there. Did it look similar in that sense?
They were all turned to charcoal. They seemed burned different to how they.
To how Cress's and Bree's room was.
Yes, because if I remember right, you looted some of the bodies.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Yes. Our best bet might be to talk to the sheriff, and I'm speaking relatively quiet.
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
once-
I feel like
once
this
you
is a
talk-
very conspiratorial conversation.
Yeah. I'm still not sure how we're going to take down the sheriff, or if there's any way to even do that.
If he's really doing all of this, then he has to be. They're looking for the stash and the ledger.
Well, we have the ledger.
What about the stash?
Shite.
I heard
Pull
her
it.
kick something in the room, but
What's it sound like? Metal? Wood?
metal.
Metal.
It sounded like a metal box, right, Fraser?
It did sound like a metal box.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I'll pull out the ledger. Deputy, out by the boundary. Keep the stash safe.
The
If it
sheriff isn't
says-
to be trusted.
Well, no, but if the boss had the ledger and it said keep the stash safe, I feel like someone would know about the stash. If
It
he's
does.
telling someone to keep something safe, I feel like someone has to know where the stash is. Maybe we'll go return the ledger. You think?
To Butterscotch?
And there's like nothing else kind of written in the ledger to indicate like a stash or anything.
There's some mention of money being squirreled away. There's a date, and then there's a location, and then a description of cattle. That follows suit all the way through with paid, outstanding, paid. And on some of them, there is like, usually at the end of each month, there is a marker that has some sum of money that's squirreled away. Make an investigation check.
Make an investigations check, you said?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, my fucking suck.
17!
You flip through to the very far end, the very, very back of the ledger on the hard point where the paper meets the leather. You see a line. It curves in places, and then there's a sudden slope, and then continues to curve.
Where's the map? Does it match anything on the map?
You spend a little while looking at it, and it does, actually. It turns right, then left, then right again, then there's the drop, and then there's a left-hand curve.
Where?
You should indicate on the map, like showing where the line leads.
That river kind of a thing, right there by Renfield. Okay, that has the hump kind of leading into like the almost Montana-looking face.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
It
Yeah.
starts, the big hump is about here, or here.
Let me change that for you. Oh, goodness. Oh, God. Okay, well, you get the picture anyway.
Yeah. Looks like it lines up with that river. I mean, it's the only lead we got. I don't know if we could talk to the sheriff about this. We definitely can't talk to the sheriff about this. We could ask him about the body, but I don't know how forthright he'd be. We could possibly go back and give the river boys the,
I have
ledger.
an idea, but I don't feel good about it.
well, lay it on me.
Butterscotch showed me a lot of trust in, not killing me and telling me what she did. We may have to give the sheriff something in order to get him to tell us something.
I mean, I think we're already in some good favor. We already gave him a river city boy. Perhaps we can get him drunk.
Drunk?
See how he'll talk. Said he'd be fine if we stopped by for a drink.
He did. That sounds like a good idea, but unrelated. Do you think we can give Yorick back his pot?
I don't see why not. I think we can give him back the urn, or at least drop it off.
I'm not good with being indebted.
All right. I think we should do that first, and then if it doesn't work out with the sheriff, we'll go and follow this ledger.
Is she going outside?
Shite.
Yep.
Oh, Reginald.
I'm a Pokemon, yeah. Every time I change, I'm like, Reginald.
As you head downstairs and you go out, Marion does still appear to be kind of looking around a little bit. She waves you off as you leave. Seems to have warmed up to you a little bit, actually. And as you leave, you can see the sun is getting sort of into the later half of the afternoon. Yorick's caravan is still in the town centre.
Well, let's take this urn then.
You can see he's actually outside. He seems to be packing up crates. He's pulling in his awning. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Hey, do you have my money?
I've got something better. It's your original pot.
Oh, that's cool.
Better.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
better,
Yeah, I guess.
Better.
Yeah,
Because you've gained one pot out of the deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems to be okay. Thank you. I appreciate you bringing that back. That's very kind of you.
Oh, support local business.
Well, hardly local, but, you know.
Are you leaving?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to stay in this shithole any longer.
Okay, where are you heading?
I feel like that actually makes Roshan have like that like a little bit hysteric, like
Yeah.
because this place is terrible.
Well, I'm going up to Sengrale for a bit. There's a market there that a good friend of mine has a stall there, so I'm going to go and visit him because I'm in the area. And then I'll probably head back over to the Empire at some point.
I have a question.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
What's up?
We still have some business in town, but what would it take for you to wait for us? We
Oh.
need to go up to Sangrali.
If you guys are heading up that way, I can wait for you.
I look at Roshan.
We have to go that way.
Are we taking...
Do we? Why do we have to
Sorry,
go that way? What?
I just want to say, I don't think I have enough space for everybody, by the way.
Well, some things have happened. Yorick, can I? Sorry, Yorick. I'll get back to you in a minute. Can I speak to my compatriot again?
Oh, you're good. That's fine.
Okay, great. I'll pull Roshan into the huddle, much like I did with Bree. Why the fuck do we have to go to Singrali?
Well, there's that competition with the halfling that we have to check in on.
To be
and
fair, we lost half of our party.
We did, but it is a combat competition, and I'm good at fighting, and it seems like a good way to make some money.
Okay.
But
Okay.
also, there's the train to from Sangrali to...
Lavender.
There's what the hell?
Would I know what a train is?
No, you have no fucking clue what a train
What the
is. In
fuck
fact,
is a train?
you
It's
have only heard about it in passing and in books from the monastery. Very new tomes from the Empire.
You mean Roshan did?
Leon has never heard of a train before.
Okay, cool.
There's the train from Sangrali to Levenley, and
okay.
I need to get to Levenley.
What the fuck is a train?
It's like a cart, like a caravan, but motorized. It functions independently of animals.
Okay. Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Yes, I see. Exactly. Wow, I didn't know the technology here was so advanced.
Now, Fraser.
Well, I won't make you history check this because you live there. Yeah, you know of that technology.
Okay.
Okay. So we figure out the situation with everything, and then we settle up at the tavern, and then we leave to go to Sangrali.
So we're catching the shit out of this place. We're saying see you the fuck later.
I think that might be best after we finish what we're doing here.
Okay, perfect.
And then I'll go back to Yorick.
Okay, Yorick.
Yeah.
Great news. We'd love to board with you if possible.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I got the. Hang on, sorry, just a second. And he's like yanking the awning off the poles that he uses to keep it up. Yeah, sure. How long do you want me to wait for you?
3 days?
3 days?
Would that be okay? We have some business we need to tend to. We'll pay you for it for a
Yeah.
wait period.
I'm not in any hurry. I can wait for you.
For
Thank
your
you.
time, I appreciate it, sir.
And I'll pull out 2 gold.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank you
it.
thank you for waiting. We appreciate it.
No worries, guys.
Have you seen the blue tiefling? You know, kind of a son of a bitch.
Oh, the guy that stole my milk and ran away
Yes.
with like my pot. And he's like,
Yes.
he like pushes the pot along the side of his shop front so it disappears behind the periphery of the caravan. Yeah, no, I haven't seen them around, because if I did, I'd be fucking right up in his face asking for my money.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, what about the young lass with the bandage over her eye?
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. It's fine. Okay. Well, thank you, Yorick. We'll check
What,
in.
you lost
you
them or
tomorrow.
something? Where did they go?
We're not sure. That's why
Okay.
we're asking
Well,
around.
I'll keep an eye out for them, but I'm not going to be able to take everybody. I'm just letting you know that now. If it's all four, I'm
Thank
not.
you.
My caravan is big, but it's not that big.
Yes, good to know. Thank you. We'll check back in with you tomorrow just for an update.
For sure. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Sheriff's office?
Sheriff's office.
Okay.
I run back into the tavern.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a bottle.
It's the younger lass, the barmaid with the dark hair, that greets you this time. Marion has disappeared.
Is her son
Nope.
somewhere or no?
You don't
Okay.
see either of them.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'll
Excuse me, young barmaid.
Oh, hey, partner. How you doing?
Oh, you know, everything hurts when you're old. Anyways,
What can I get for you?
well, I have a couple questions actually. Where'd Marion go?
Oh, well, Harvey went off to play earlier, and she doesn't know where he's gone, so she just went out to look for him is all.
Oh no.
He does it all the time. He went missing for weeks a little while ago.
For a week?
Yeah, full week.
Okay. Well, we'll be on the lookout for them. We plan on going over to the sheriff's.
Sure.
Possibly have a drink with them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here, let me get you his
Yes.
favorite.
Yes. Oh, you're a delight. Thank you so much. And please, what would it cost to pull a bottle?
Oh, that'll be about 5 silver, I think.
Oh shit! I didn't detract for Yorick. Hold on. Okay, 5 silver. Okay.
This here's some of the good stuff. It's the house reserve.
Oh, wonderful.
It's from
5 silver, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have change? I do apologize.
Yeah, just hang on 1 second. She's like fumbling around in a drawer. Here you go. Let me get you that bottle. And she disappears behind the desk for a second and pulls up this sort of large, round bottle that's got Abelfeld barley brand across the front.
Thank you, young miss.
Sure. Tell him I said
I
hi.
do.
Take care.
Yes, thank you. You too, ma'am.
And I'll pull the bottle with me and hobble out with my shillelagh.
We have a bottle. But there's, as if to not add on to our problems, it seems the young lad has gone off somewhere, and his
no.
mother is looking for him. I think the young lad has run away or gotten somewhere while playing, and she told me he's been off for weeks. Do we care enough? Do we care enough, really? Do we care enough?
We should.
Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Okay, well, we gotta talk to the fucking sheriff.
We can at least ask him. It'll help
Yeah.
cover us being there anyway.
Okay.
You make your way to the sheriff's office, and as you walk up the sort of 3 steps onto the porch area, you can see that the lights are off inside, and it looks like some of the blinds on the adjacent side of the building have been drawn.
Uh-oh.
Should we knock?
We should.
Okay.
I'll get my shillelagh and wrap it on the door a little bit.
You wait for a few moments. There doesn't seem to be an answer.
Hit the door just a little harder.
Nothing happens.
The blinds are drawn.
Not on the windows that you're looking into. Like there's a sort of glass pane on the front of the door.
Anybody in there?
If you make a perception check for me.
16.
With a 16, you can see that the cells. Roshan, you can't press, your snout is so long you can't press your nose to the door to look through.
Not
so you have to
directly, it's just
press
like
your
the side
foot.
of her head. It's just
like yeah. You look through and doesn't seem to be anybody inside from what you can tell. The curtains are drawn on the other side. The cells are empty. And previously, when you'd been in there, all you'd seen was like a little reception desk, a few seats, and then there's the cells, and then there's a sort of room to the back.
No one's in here.
Oh, the last thing I will say is there is a key in the lock. Not on your side, but on the other side.
Oh.
Oh.
Hmm.
Is there any... I would see if there's any, like, kind of openish windows around the place.
You kind of
Just enough for
go
my mage hand to go through.
past around the back, and while there isn't an open window, you do find that there is a pigeonhole in the wall.
Reading for mage hand what it is, and I'll put it in the chat as well.
Mm-hmm.
A spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. So could I cast it and have it be inside the...
A spectral
the
floating
place?
hand appears at a point you choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. Yes, I suppose you could.
Okay. First, I'll check to see if the door is even open. I'm assuming it's locked, but I'm trying anyway.
At the front door? Yes, it's locked.
Yeah. I will go by and I'll say,
Make yourself big so it doesn't look like I'm doing something.
Huh?
Yeah, make it shield me, make it look like I'm not doing something, because I'm gonna do a thing.
kind of look at, see if I could see the key.
I go, helping hands on an afternoon. Helping hands are helping you.
And I'll cast mage hand.
The lock clicks and the door kind of...
And no one's around that saw that.
Make a sleight of hand check. If you were doing it secretly.
Yes, I'd very much like to.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Nobody sees you.
Should we head on in?
Do we have any other options?
Well, we always have options. We could tell Yorick we want to get the fuck out of town.
Let's go in.
The place is quiet. The door creaks open. Kind of step in through the threshold. There doesn't seem to be any immediate changes.
I want to go over to the reception desk and see if there's anything in there.
I mean, make an investigation check for me. There's a lot of investigation checks today. This is a very sleuthy session.
Oh,
Does that
fucked
maybe
it.
look-
We fucked it.
Doesn't appear to be anything on the top of it. On the drawers you look through, there's a small pair of manacles, a key for said manacles, copies of the wanted posters that have been put up around town. Some are older and dated. You find one for Mr. Greywater. Very bureaucratic desk.
Nothing
Sheriff?
useful here.
Sheriff, deputy? Hello? Anyone here?
And are there any other doors to rooms or anything like that?
There is one other room besides the cells, which is a smaller room to the back.
Look at Roshan. Gesture toward...
Roshan prepares herself, like visibly, like not quite goes into a stance, but definitely ready for some shit.
Sounds good.
And then I try the door.
Okay, it's unlocked.
Interesting.
Open the door a little bit.
Sheriff? Deputy?
You go in, and
Door's locked from the inside.
it appears this is kind of where the sheriff spends most of his time. It's a little more plush than what you've seen in the rest of the town. There's some leather armchairs, there's a high back leather chair, some sort of stubbed out cigars. There's a coat rack with a very nice lengthy trail coat on it, and a desk in the center of the room.
And there's no one in there that we could see?
No, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. There's nobody in there.
Okay.
No one's in here. That is weird. Why was it locked from the inside?
I don't like this.
I don't like this either. I am so unnerved right now. This is fucked up.
We should check the desk before we go.
You check the desk. If anyone comes up, I have a bottle of brandy and I'm an old man. I'll just say I was looking for them and the door was slightly ajar.
What do? Hide under the desk?
Well, we could say you were in there looking for him. Obviously, don't fucking be, elbow deep in his shit. Just make it quick.
Fine.
You're quick. I've seen you within a span of seconds punch a man to death. Borderline death. You didn't kill him.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mother bitch! Hand me the brandy.
Okay, fine. Here's the
You
fucking
search the
brandy.
desk.
Okay.
With
bitch.
an
Okay.
8, you pull from the desk. As you approach, you see first of all that there are a stack of empty pieces of paper. There is an ink and quill and a sort of official-looking seal, which you presume to be sort of like a martial seal.
Is it like actual, like legit stuff, or did he cheap out on it?
It looks like he's cheaped out on it a little bit. You'd like dip your claw in there, and you're like, yeah, no, this is cheap stuff.
Oh my god.
You go through.
Roshan's judging him even more.
You go through the desk. There's a couple of drawers. One has a couple of small daggers in it. There is a large stack of papers. Some have been opened. Others are still remain sealed. You kind of pull them up onto the table, and it's just a mess of paper.
Anything good?
Too much to tell.
Here, I'll trade you.
Take the bottle of brandy and go to the door.
Give her the bottle.
Has Roshan ever drank before?
Probably not, actually.
I figure they're quite abstinent in the monastery.
Most of the folks who have had alcohol are like the emissaries because they train to be able to process it.
Yes.
But yeah, she's not an emissary, so she definitely probably hasn't.
And you're going over to the desk, Leon.
Yes, and
Again, if anything happens, just tell me, make a big thing out of it, and I will tidy up as quick as possible.
okay, yeah. I will make an investigation check. Son of a fucking.
It's hard to tell.
Christ.
There's a lot of papers on this desk. The only thing that you pick up on, and the papers are so overwhelming. There's so many of them. You notice a sort of ripped piece of paper, more so the front of an envelope that seems to have been discarded just to the side, and for the briefest flittering of moments, you think you recognize the seal.
I think I recognize it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit? Would this be the letter from Madam Kasich?
Do you look at the letter?
Like my
the
letter or the letter
your,
that he is?
Your letter?
Yeah, I pull out the letter real quick.
You scan it over. You look both sides. You look through the watermark that you saw, and then you turn the envelope over once more. You pull the seal from the drawer, the ripped seal. They are incredibly similar. Like,
okay. Okay.
You can't tell because it's melted wax, and also you got a 9 on your investigation.
I was gonna
check.
say, as similar as a 9 can be.
As similar as a 9 can be, they do look quite similar. But again, there's so many papers there, so you couldn't tell which one this came from.
I will take a blank piece of paper, and I will get up the ink, the pen and the ink, and I will just try and like scribble it over to see if I can get like a decent indentation of it, to see if like there's something that like I can lift one almost, you know?
Of the seal?
Yes, of the seal. So I can try and look at it better later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say you have a crude copy of a wax seal.
Oh, this shit's fucked up.
So obviously there's wax seals. There's no letters or anything in those envelopes or anything like that, or letters or anything.
There's fucking tons of letters. There's invoices and warrants of arrest and officiates of execution, personal letters to friends and family.
I will tell Roshan. I will say,
Roshan, I need you to be on the best lookout. I found something and I need to look into it, okay?
All right.
Did you close the door behind you, by the way?
Yes.
You
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, yeah.
Did you lock
Yeah.
it?
No.
Probably not.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure.
Yeah. So then I'd start if you'll have me do another investigation.
I'll let you
I
do
will
another
start
one.
looking. Okay, I will start looking for letters from a Madam Kasich. I will just look at sincerely blah, sincerely that, dearly blah, thankfully blah. You know, like endings.
Yeah. If you make another investigation check for me.
Come on, baby. Yes. Oh.
Nice.
That's 20, baby.
Feel it, call it in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
It takes you forever. You're just like, it's stressing you out. This huge stack of papers, you're like sifting through them. Many of these letters have had the seals ripped off. He's got a weird pile of a pile of wax that he's accrued and just put on his desk to play with. So a lot of the seals have been ripped off. You can't tell exactly where it is. You sift through paper after paper after paper, letter after letter.
Where the fuck is it?
And then it's there, at just about the bottom of the pile, very carefully folded.
Roshan, what are we looking like? Is someone out there?
No one. Not yet.
I will do my. I will read speed read as much as I can of that letter.
Jed,
I must congratulate you on your successes with that last shipment. She was delighted with its condition and is gracious enough to pay twofold for the asking price. I have enclosed a portion of the last sum to be used in the upcoming auctions. To that end, your task has become of the utmost importance. I've been searching tirelessly for the thief, but the amulet is gone. I cannot afford to compensate you for another one of your mistakes. It is fortunate that we have this extra portion, for you'll be reaching into your own pocket. Whatever plot you drive to auction, make absolutely sure it's the one we're looking for. Do not fail me, Madam Keswick.
Shit! Shit!
What?
Shit! They know about the amulet. Keep looking, Dart. I'll tell you in a little bit.
And then I will clean up my mess. I will delicately fold that, put it where it was. I will put everything back just as best as I can as it was.
You put the letter back, yeah?
Yes. And I'm trying to make it look like I wasn't even in there.
Make a deception check. 15.
That's not bad.
You managed to stack them back in. You think you got them. I mean, you did reorder them around, but you're pretty confident that there was no structure to it. So
Okay, yeah, and I'd mush it in, put it back in there.
Mhm.
I'd go out. I'd shut the door.
you see, somebody is kind of walking over. It's an older woman with a kind of shawl on, who is standing and looking at Gendel. And then she turns towards the sheriff's office and begins walking up.
Someone's coming. We have to figure out. We need to leave.
Sheriff, are you there?
I'm just gonna bullshit and make it seem like, I don't think there's any way we can leave. So I'm just gonna,
Be like, Deputy Sheriff, you here?
Woman knocks a couple of times on the door and then enters, and you hear there's like a little bell that goes when you come in. You heard it too when you entered.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello. Are you looking for the sheriff too?
Oh, well, yes. I was just going to stop by and say hello.
It doesn't look like he's here. We've tried calling for him. We just walked in ourselves. The door, for some reason, was unlocked.
I see. Well, I guess I'll come back later.
Yes, I think that might be best. I'm sorry, ma'am. What was your name?
Margaret.
Margaret. Oh, what a lovely name. My name is Oswaldo. Nice to meet you.
Oh, good to meet you too, Oswaldo. I don't think I've seen you around the town before.
Oh, I'm just blowing in with my compatriot here.
She looks over
yes.
To Roshan.
A little tiny awkward wave.
She goes quite quiet. I'm sorry. I should be going now. Goodbye. And she leaves.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Nice to see you, Margaret. Hopefully see you for bingo later. We can't stay here. We have to go.
Yes.
Back to the tavern?
For now.
Hobble on back.
Yeah.
Before, sorry,
Yes,
before
yeah.
we leave. Yep. I'll say,
Can you make yourself big again? I need to lock this.
She'll kind of like stand up real tall and like, do the thing again.
mm-hmm. And then I'll go,
Helping hand on an evening day.
and I will cast Mage Hand to
The door locks
try
behind
and
you.
lock the door. Okay, cool. Do you want me to do Sleight of Hand again?
No, you're fine. This is probably just you leaving.
Back to the tavern now. I feel good about it.
You go in. It's a little more lively now. There's a few more people in for meals and things like that. People at the end of their work day. You can actually, as you're entering, you see that Yorick's caravan is completely closed now. All the awnings have been packed away. You actually see him in the tavern. He's having a drink.
Oh, nice.
Do I see the sheriff or Marion?
No.
Don't like that.
I go to the barmaid again.
I'm so sorry, miss.
Oh.
I'm old. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the sheriff.
Oh.
Um,
Well, that's odd.
Yes. Very odd. So, if it's all right with you, we didn't open this, as you can see. Would it be okay if I have my money back?
Oh, of course. Yeah, sure. And she just...
Yes, I want to have the funds on hand. You know how it is.
Are you
I'll just
staying for
take it in
dinner?
silver. Yes. We'll have some dinner.
Sure. What can I get you?
Well, what do you have?
Well, tonight's specialty is pheasant. It's just about all we have. There's no steak in the town at the moment. But we do have pheasant, and we've got some wines in, and that strikes your fancy.
Well, I look at Roshan. Well, that sounds delightful, doesn't it?
Pheasant sounds good. We should eat.
Okay, yes, two pheasant specials, please.
Sure. It's a 2-platter dish, so I'll bring out the pheasant and 2 plates, and you just find yourselves a table. I'll be over in a second. 4 silver pieces, please.
4 silver pieces, okay. And Roshan, do you want a drink?
I'll take the ale.
Sure. So
Ale, 2 ales, then.
That'll round up to 6 silver pieces, please.
Then I give her the 6.
Thank you very much. Yeah, if you just find yourselves a table, I'll be over in a second. Your meals are brought to you. There's a small cask of wine that's brought to you as well. 2 flagons.
Okay, so here's the skivvy. There's someone named Madam Keswick.
And I'm saying this to Roshan kind of like in a little bit of a huddle.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking for the amulet.
Oh.
There's a connection here. And Jed. Who's Jed? Jedediah? Jed.
I think it would be the sheriff, maybe.
Sheriff. Yes.
Jed.
I think so.
Well, because we know the sheriff's name is Slim, yeah?
Well, you...
Like, people call him Slim.
He
but...
said,
Yeah,
call
yeah.
me Slim, so...
Yeah, colloquially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably named Jed. I think he's looking for the amulet as well.
All right. Is that possibly the stash they're talking about?
That I don't know. I'm not sure if the River City Rapid Boys or whatever they're called have any ties to it. But we need to keep that amulet safe.
Hmm.
I have a sullen feeling, and when the time comes I'll explain a little more, but I think that amulet is nothing but terrible.
Roshan kind of like makes a face at that. Just there's so much happening. I don't like that the sheriff wasn't here. I have gained the trust of a whole bunch of bandits. I don't know what happened to Bree and Chris.
There's that young lad with his mom, and I don't know where they've gone off to. I hate that we didn't see the sheriff or the deputy there, and yet it was somehow locked from the inside. Wait. Son of a bitch.
What?
What if there was another entrance we didn't see?
Oh no.
That would be the only way that somehow you could lock it from the inside. Shit.
Do you think whoever was in there may have heard us?
I mean, I don't doubt that, depending on where it is. Well, damn it. Well, now we have to be on extra guard. You really didn't see that dog the other night?
I truly did not. Why did everything have to happen all at once?
Well, let's just enjoy our dinner for now and get going tomorrow, unless there's something you want to try and do tonight.
No, I think rest will do us some good.
Oh, we have our work cut out for us, huh?
We certainly do. Pheasant's nice, though.
It's a lovely gravy on it.
And the evening rolls in, and you sit and contemplate all the shit that's happened over the last little while. All the different factors, all the missing links, how strange this town feels to you. And eventually, the night rolls in, chairs are stacked on tables. You make your way to bed, right? Presumably both now sharing the room that's not told.
Exactly.
Yes.
Are you comfortable with this?
I am perfectly fine.
Go in, shut the door.
Change into Leon.
Would you make a perception check for me, Leon?
Okay.
If you're in the if you're in the room.
Oh my fucking god.
The night rolls on.
Locking the door, of course, when I go in.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Can I? I'm not sure if it'll be better, but I feel like I gotta try.
Sorry, guys, I didn't hear you there.
I was just asking, could I try the perception roll? I wasn't sure if it was gonna be better, but
Yeah,
I feel
tell
like
you
I
what,
need to try
go
something.
ahead. If you're both entering the room at the same time.
Oh my fucking
No!
god. Oh
What
my
is
fucking
with these
god,
rolls, guys?
What happened to these feast or famine rolls?
Dude, literally, it's one or the other. It's one of us gets a
Way
natural
to
20 on
die.
something. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll sit on the bed and I'll look at Roshan. Monastery. Huh?
It's called the Golden Path.
It's a nice name for a monastery.
Things were simple there.
Right. I bet. If I may. Why'd you leave?
I'm looking for a friend of mine. She left a little ways ago, and we were writing each other's letters, or at least I was meaning to, but I don't know where she is. And it's not like her to disappear like that. Not Tiari. No, she would never.
Tiari. Tiari, that's the name of your friend.
Yes.
It's a nice name.
Oh.
Go on.
It sounded like you might have recognized it for a second, and I was going to describe her.
Well, you're more than welcome to. Don't suppose I have.
She's a tiefling. She's the color of dusty roses with long brown hair and gold eyes.
All right. I'll be on the lookout for her.
That's part of the reason why I'm going up to Leavenlight. When I first arrived here, there were people who tried to sell me, and I think they may have caught her.
To sell you? To, your kind run a high price?
I don't know. I'm the only one I've ever seen.
Well, that's fair. I know how that feels.
You should have seen it. There were cages everywhere. There was a goblin family locked in a cage. There was a bear and all sorts of things. I'm supposed to go to Castorfin's, and she'll pull out the ledger from the pirates. Castorfin's Antiquities.
I wouldn't have ever heard of that, would I?
Make a history check.
Fraser? A history check. Okay. Oh, my fucking... Yeah, but I can't see shit. All right, cool. Fucking... My eyes are crossed when I enter a room, but God knows I know the fucking name of antiquities.
Not in your personal history, but certainly in the last few hours.
No!
Wait. In the last few hours? Was it on the letter?
Something on the desk.
Was it on the letter that I read?
Madam Keswick mentioned a sea. That strikes a chord with you. That's all I'll say.
I'll keep that. I'll kind of clock that and be like, okay. Castorfin's Antiquities. All right.
I hope she's fine. Tiari's smart, but she's an emissary. She's only so good at fighting.
You sound close.
She is my best friend.
I'm sure we'll find her eventually. We have to, right?
Not if we stay stuck in this shithole.
Skipping town might not be a bad idea. Although I do want to go look into this stash.
Let's take a look in the morning.
Would it be all right if I looked at that amulet?
She'll fish it out of her bag and hand it to him.
And I didn't mention this before, Fraser, and I'm sorry, but if it's not too much of an issue, I would have kept the orb, the black orb, and I would have I'll get the amulet. Does the inlet, does the amulet with how it looks, does it look like it fits into that little hole, the little buttonhole?
Nothing in particular, no, but the size of the stone that's in the center of the amulet is around about the same size, but, you clink them together and they don't seem to do anything.
Okay, damn it.
With it in your hand, though, you're feeling that thrum. The two of you look at it. Yes, the orb. Okay. And the two of you look at it, and it's very easy to get lost in. This is a magical item, and if you want to, one of you can attune to it.
Ooh.
And when you do, I'll let you know what it is.
I don't trust this thing, so I will. If I feel myself kind of being sucked in, I'll pull it out and I'll pull away from it. You all right?
It's not so much sucking you in; it's very familiar.
Okay. I was gonna say that, like, not sucking me in like physically, but me like getting like almost like a trance kind of a thing. Yeah. I'll take it and I'll put it away behind my back. I'm like, you all right?
I'm fine.
Did you feel that too?
I did. I was going to ask to hold it.
And what? I'll give her the orb, and I'll take another fucking look at that amulet, dude.
Okay.
So, as a monk, I'm sort of used to kind of inducing like a state, like meditating and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I see.
Could I use the orb as like a meditation focus? I don't necessarily want to attune to it, but I'm just kind of like.
I'll let you meditate with it now if you want to, or before you go to bed in this case.
Yes, I would like to do that.
First of all, I'll get Leon to make an investigation check. If you just give me 2 seconds here, guys.
Yeah, take your time, boss.
You're good.
I'll make that check real quick.
Mhm.
Yes! Yes!
Woo!
Yes! Finally, I
Finally.
can look at this fucking thing and my eyes aren't completely crossed in
Crossed.
opposite directions. Jeez Louise, dude.
Okay. Yes, with a 20 in investigation. All this time, the two of you have been seeing this amulet in situations which have been very, very stressful, and with all the confusion of the last few days, you just haven't had the capacity to focus on it for that long. And
Okay.
Roshan hands this amulet over to you, as she's done a few times before, and you run your finger down the lines on its face. And again, it's this green metallic material that it's made from. Almost has different hues as it goes around the chain. The actual amulet piece itself is exquisitely crafted, and there are runes that encircle the side, words you've never seen before in a language you don't understand. You focus harder and harder on this thing, and you lose yourself in it, and you begin watching the crystal in the inside, this emerald, this piece of jade, whatever it may be. You see a flicker, and you rub your eyes and you look further into it, and you see another. You look through the gem in the center, and around you you can see a wide, open plain of shallow water. It stretches for as far as the eye can see.
Oh, shit.
You can make out shapes in the distance. Something moves in the periphery of your vision. And then the amulet clouds, as it had done before.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm slightly reminded of that dream I had. Yeah.
Whatever place you entered in your dream, you could physically see through this centerpiece. Sorry, one last thing.
Oh, okay.
Did you look at Roshan through this amulet?
That's a great question. I was thinking about that. You saw that I kind of like looking through almost like an eyeglass.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's an eyeglass thing, yeah, I would have kind of looked around. I don't know if I would have looked at Roshan specifically, but I feel like I could have passed by.
Yes, as you passed over her, there's a spectral, almost shimmering form of Roshan in this space, standing ankle deep in the water. And you look down, and the water beneath you, or at least in an area surrounding Roshan, is not water at all, but ink.
Ink?
Ink
Surrounding Roshan?
surrounding Roshan. That was it. That was all.
Okay. Yeah, I'd pull away, look at Roshan, blink a couple times. This thing is a fucking trip. I'd toss her the amulet.
Yeah, she'll catch it and then.
Look through the amulet, like an eyeglass.
She'll hold it up.
You see a spectral form of Leon, slightly elongated, his skin almost shimmering,
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
an almost crystalline aura around him.
Huh.
You also,
What?
for the briefest of moments, you can see this sort of images apparate from him in quick flashes, and you see a long stretch of pier, and then it's gone.
Oh. What did you see?
That was the dream I had.
It's the pier?
I don't know if there was a pier, because I didn't see the pier when I was looking through it, did I?
No, you didn't.
There was a pier.
Yes.
I was there. I went to the edge of the pier. I fucking looked down, and the amulet was there. I saw faces that I had never seen before.
Will you make a history check for me?
Me?
Yes.
All right. There we go. Back again.
Whatever thought that was just disappears in passing.
What I saw around you, you were in the water, covered in ink. Well, not you, but around you.
I had a dream like that once. It felt familiar, like the ink was. It sounds strange, but it moved like it was my friend.
That is weird. Like a farm, moving and dancing around you.
Well, more like I did my forms and it followed.
Like Tiari.
It was like me but mirrored. I would move and it would follow, and after a while, once I got enough momentum, it was like we were moving at the same time.
All right.
And then there was a voice.
A voice.
It sounded confused, like it. Roshan, is that you?
And it told that to you.
Someone asked me that.
Weird.
If we're seeing each other's dreams, who saw me that day?
You said you tackled someone and got the amulet off of him.
Yeah.
What they look like?
It was hard to tell. They were covered in big black cloak. I think I saw bandages.
Fraser, I'll take the form I first took before I went to jail.
Is that the dude I tackled?
It is exactly the same person.
You could tell she almost like screams, and you see her kind of like let her snout shut.
Oh gosh, that gave me with the willies. That gave me the chilies. There's a lot to talk about here.
He killed someone.
He killed. Fucking that explains it.
That's why I was trying to tackle him. There where I was, there's a sorcerer, and he killed him.
He killed a sorcerer. He's still fucking out there. Because I got framed for it.
You were in the city before it fell.
I don't know if they're exactly related. I came from my home, and I arrived here. I didn't know where I was, and I saw this. This was the first person I saw, and I got spooked, and so I took his farm. I strutted along, and then the guards tackled me, and then I was taken to a prison. I mean, I fucking blew up the prison, mind you, but fucking that's not the point. Gutter shut. I was taken there. It's an underground prison.
No, that wasn't. I don't think that was where I was. What was the name of that city that fucking got obliterated?
Overhang.
Overhang, yes.
And that wasn't
Overhang.
And fuck, I'm sorry. Where was I? Where I blew up the prison? What city was that?
Sangrali.
Fuck. And I would eventually come to know that because that's how I found my way.
Oh yeah.
So what happened was, there was a was it a halfling?
Mm-hmm.
There was a halfling. We were chained up. We had a plan to escape, and there was a big bastard of a prison warden. He spooked me and he said he was going to sell me off. I was running around the prison, trying to find a way out, and I was taking farms of multiple people. The halfling had a boat, and we were going to sail out because eventually the sewer goes out into the ocean, I think. I adjusted some valves and found that they were storing explosives.
Oh.
And I grabbed them because I didn't know what else to do. I rigged explosives, blew it up, and then the whole thing came crashing down. I ran over to the halfling. We were on our way out. It was smooth sailing, and the bastard pushed me off, and next thing I knew, I was on a beach. The prison warden was next to me, on the verge of death. There was the letter, and I'll pull out the letter from Madame Keswick from my staff, and I'll give it to Roshan.
I'll share that with you now, Roshan.
I'll take a look.
I'm sorry, Fraser. I don't remember all that was on the letter.
Fuck, I have it here, and I've never shared it with you. I'm sorry.
Dude, I remember you saying, like, specifically, like, she was like, hey, I'm looking for this amulet, and then I think she started to go, like, a little crazy while she was writing it.
It was hurriedly written, if that makes sense.
Boyd, you are the jailer of this city. As such, I charge you to do whatever is necessary to find my amulet. You are to find out what he has done with it. Do this strictly before he is sent to the trial. My reach in the Empire is not what it used to be, now that Oberon is gone. When you have it returned to me, I shall reward you handsomely. I await your reply. Yeah, Boyd. That was the name of the warden, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the name of the warden.
Quick question. Did I ever learn the name of my other benefactor's dad?
Yes, Thaddeus Karakin, the sorcerer.
Okay, cool. So, we're working under the assumption that this is her locket, and, like, you can, like, Roshan makes, like, the air quote gesture.
Yes, very much, quote-unquote, her locket.
The locket is a magic item, right?
The amulet?
Yeah, the amulet.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Fuck, why don't we try attuning to it to see what we can see through it instead of just hoping that it works?
I'd never thought of that. To be honest, that really didn't cross my mind.
I mean, I suppose we can try it now. You might be better with magic than I am.
All right. And I will try to attune to it.
It takes about 10 minutes of focus, but eventually you find that sometimes when you look at the locket, your mind is not in the right state. You almost have to clear your mind to look through it, and taking that time, you sort of get the knack for where to place your mind to be able to look through it.
Okay.
So if you want to mark that off as one attuned item.
Then, since I've attuned to it in D&D fashion, I know what it is.
Mm-hmm. This one is a little different than normal.
Okay.
This is called a phasic amulet.
Phasic amulet. Okay.
Ooh.
You gathered that just by looking at the runes on the side. It doesn't come to you instantly, but over the course of the next few days after using it, you eventually learn it is called a phasic amulet. I'm just saying that now because I'm not going to remember a few sessions down the line to go, you now know what this is called. You know?
Just randomly, the voice of God. We're just walking down the path.
Leon,
You now have a phasic amulet.
a new hand touches the beacon.
I was thinking that
Beacon.
thing. What the fuck was that?
Yes. Would you like to, during this time, Roshan, attune to the orb?
Yes. So I pondered the orb.
You ponder your orb, as you'd had seen Cress try to do previously, but she never actually got around to doing it. You ponder the orb, and everything else fades away. It's almost like you get tunnel vision, and you start feeling your own heartbeat. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. And the ever-present thrum that comes from the orb eventually begins to match the rhythm of your heartbeat as you attune to this item. This is called the Orb of Agathis.
The Orb of Agathis?
An obsidian orb with various cracks and a small spherical concave in the center. When you attune to it, it mimics the heartbeat of the bearer, and the user can expend a second-level spell slot to learn a minor secret about an area or a person, which only the bearer can hear.
Oh.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, you have any spell slots?
One a day, maybe?
Well,
One or two a
you've
day?
got your key points, and
I
since
do
this
have
is
key
meditation that you're using for this, I'll say you can expend 2 key points a day for
The minor secret.
to learn the minor secret.
Okay.
You still got your half a sturgeon. I love that. The two of you spend the latter half of your evening with your new magical items. One previously overlooked magical item and your newly acquired magical item. Eventually, Roshan, do you want to use it right now? Because you've got 2 key points to spend before you go to sleep.
Oh, no.
You son of a bit. Oh, well. Cool. I'm cool with that.
She trusts Leon. She's gonna let him have his privacy.
Well, it's not just about people. It's about an area as well. Sorry, I should have been more specific. You won't know the person or location that it is in reference to, but you will know a secret.
I'll just hear the secret.
Yes.
Okay.
So you just learned fucking
I just
something.
learn a thing.
You
Okay.
learn a thing.
Yeah, I'll use it then.
Oh. She learns Leon's a changeling.
Someone in your life is not who they seem. You close your mind to the outside world, and your tunnel vision focuses entirely on the orb. Your heartbeat, da-dum, 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 aligns with the orb, and you watch it glow this dull yellow hue. Eventually, you hear back to you in your own voice, trouble on your path. Tempting is your truth, but terrible is the price.
What was the truth? Terrible is the price?
Tempting is your truth, but terrible is the price.
Okay.
Did it work?
Roshan will kind of come out of it and just go, that's not what I was hoping to hear.
What did you hear? What does it do?
And she'll relay trouble on the path. Tempting is your truth, but terrible is the price.
That's fucking ominous. All right. I'll try mine. I'll put the eyeglass up.
You once again see the landscape before you, barren as ever, shallow water up to your ankles, and darkness beyond the horizon.
I will look down at myself. Like, I'm just kind of looking at everything
You
until it stops.
can see your own form as you are, not any spectral qualities, but just as you are. You continue looking around, and
Can you see my spectral arms when he looks at me with that
yes,
thing?
he can actually. Yes, yeah, he can. You as Roshan have 4 arms in spectral form.
Holy fuck. That's pretty fucking cool.
You shift your gaze around, just looking at things, and above you, you see a shadow. You hear in the back of your mind whale song.
A whale song?
Yeah. And you look at the shadow, and eventually it disappears beyond the horizon. You can catch a glimpse of it. It is a huge whale. There's actually quite a
Okay.
few of them as you look around.
Oh, fucking.
Just occasionally. Passively.
Just you.
Ooh.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I hate that.
As I said before, there are figures you think you can see far off in the horizon. You know, this expanse goes on forever. You turn one direction, and you see one that is especially close. Smaller in stature. Make a perception check.
Okay, cool. Oh, not bad.
Not bad.
For a brief moment, you see the form shudder and change, and in its place is an almost feral version of what you'd seen before it flickers back to this small frame. And
Of the dog?
quite similar. You shift your gaze around again, and as you focus back, you notice that the one constant here appears to be that blip.
If I move, am I moving in physical space or am I moving in a spiritual form?
You move
way?
in both.
Well, like I'm saying, if I'm in the room, I'm confined to the room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
sorry.
confined to the stretches of the room.
Okay. I will go as close as I can.
You
To
go a
that
few
dog.
meters, and you don't seem to get any closer.
Nothing else of note that I can
Nothing else
reach
of
within the room.
No.
Okay. I look at that pier and I just stare at it. For a little bit.
It was more a form that came off of you. Roshan saw the shape of a pier in the periphery of Leon.
Oh, okay, so I can't see that.
You won't be able to see it. No.
Okay, so then I would try to look for it though.
Well, the
And if I
landscape
don't
is
see it-
very, very similar.
Okay, then I just take it off. I think I saw the dog.
You did.
I think it was around a small frame. To be honest, I think the boy Harvey has something to do with it. Something ain't right with him.
We should rest before we do anything else. Oh, you when you were looking at me with the spyglass, you said that there was something we needed to talk about.
Why the fuck do you have 4 arms?
Oh, it's we train at the monastery to manifest a ki, which is a force of life that everyone has, and you train to control it. I suppose extra arms.
So I saw that off you. You had extra arms. What color were the arms?
The same colors are form, golden.
Oh, they were a beautiful golden color. What did I look like?
You also look different, actually. And she'll recount like the elongation and like the kind of like crystalline thing going on.
Oh. You saw me.
That's what you look like?
I mean, I don't look like that here. This is me. This is all 100% Leon. Have you ever heard of the Feywild?
Can I make a history check to see if I've heard of the Feywild?
Hey, nice. There are extra planar spaces that you know of. The history and astral location, or the celestial location of these places, are widely disputed. There are people in the Empire who believe that Gluon is the only plane, and believing against that is heresy. You know that there are people who believe that the Feywild is located on another planet in the solar system. Some people think that the Feywild is actually inside of Gluon, almost like a geode. But the most common theory, especially among academics, is that it's an extraplanar space that can be accessed when the boundary between worlds becomes thinner.
Roshan will kind of think for a minute. It's just like, I've heard many things about the Feywild. Sometimes conflicting things.
Yeah, probably.
So
Well,
you're from there?
yeah, I'm from the Feywild. Fraser, I'd say he's been here, what, maybe a month?
Less than a month, probably.
Less than a
like
month,
4
yeah.
weeks,
Yeah, I'd
maybe.
say.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
I'm relatively new. Yeah, I've been here for about less than a month.
Roshan will like perk up at that with like a "Are you serious?" kind of expression. All this in a month?
It's been a hectic fucking couple of months. A month, rather. It's not my best entrance. Leon DeWitt. Pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you, Leon.
Hmm.
Do we have to get you back to the Feywild?
No. Nope, that is on so many levels not a good idea. I gotta ask you something. You told me a little bit that you know about changelings. Is it true that their blood was used for weaponry?
As I know, they were hunted for parts of their bodies, but I don't know anything specific.
Ah. All right.
That does strike a chord with you,
Okay.
Leon. This is a dangerous place.
That they were 1000% right. You'll essentially see kind of Leon just start to break down a little bit.
Oh,
Poor boy.
Roshan will like move over and like lean against him.
He
kind of
kind of backs away. He's a little scared. I'd like to just sleep this off, if that's all right.
It's fine. It's also been a very long day.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been.